Mahatma Gandhi, a political ethicist 1869 to 1948. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. When I despair, I remember that all through history the way of truth and love have always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time, they can seem invincible. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Where there is love, there is life. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. Nobody can hurt me without my permission. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is like an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. The future depends on what you do today. Man often becomes what he believes himself to be. If I keep on saying to myself that I cannot do a certain thing, it is possible that I may end by really becoming incapable of doing it. On the contrary, if I have the belief that I can do it, I shall surely acquire the capacity to do it even if I may not have it at the beginning. Each night, when I go to sleep, I die. And the next morning, when I wake up, I am reborn. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. It is unwise to be too sure of one's own wisdom. It is healthy to be reminded that the strongest might weaken and the wisest might err. The day the power of love overrules the love of power, the world will know peace. Truth never damages a cause that is just. It is easy enough to be friendly to one's friends. But to befriend the one who regards himself as your enemy is the quintessence of. My life is my message. You don't know who is important to you until you actually lose them. You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind. You may never know what results come of your actions, but if you do nothing, there will be no results. Remember that all through history, there have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time, they seem invincible. But in the end, they always fall. Always. A coward is incapable of exhibiting love, it is the prerogative of the brave. Speak only if it improves upon the silence. There is no school equal to a decent home and no teacher equal to a virtuous parent. I cannot conceive of a greater loss than the loss of one's self-respect. In doing something, do it with love or never do it at all. To my mind, the life of a lamb is no less precious than that of a human being. In doing something, do it with love or never do it at all. Poverty is the worst form of violence. There is no way to peace, there is only peace. Seek not greater wealth, but simpler pleasure, not higher fortune, but deeper felicity. Truth is one, paths are many. Power is of two kinds. One is obtained by the fear of punishment and the other by acts of love. Power based on love is 1,000 times more effective and permanent than the one derived from fear of punishment. My imperfections and failures are as much a blessing from God as my successes and my talents, and I lay them both at His feet. Faith is not something to grasp, it is a state to grow into. Each one has to find his peace from within. And peace to be real must be unaffected by outside circumstances. Our ability to reach unity in diversity will be the beauty and the test of our civilization. A no uttered from the deepest conviction is better than a yes merely uttered to please, or worse, to avoid trouble. I want freedom for the full expression of my personality. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. The world has enough for everyone's need, but not enough for everyone's greed. Nothing is so aggravating as calmness. The seeker after truth should be humbler than the dust. The world crushes the dust under its feet, but the seeker after truth should so humble himself that even the dust could crush him. Only then, and not till then, will he have a glimpse of truth. Live simply so that others may simply live. The greatness of humanity is not in being human, but in being humane. 1,000 candles can be lighted from the flame of one candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness can be spread without diminishing that of yourself. There is no such thing as too insane unless others turn up dead due to your actions. Ethically, they had arrived at the conclusion that man's supremacy over lower animals meant not that the former should prey upon the latter, but that the higher should protect the lower, and that there should be mutual aid between the two as between man and man. They had also brought out the truth that man eats not for enjoyment but to live. Honest differences are often a healthy sign of progress. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Full effort is full victory. It's easy to stand in the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. It's easy to stand in the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. True beauty lies in purity of the heart. There would be nothing to frighten you if you refused to be afraid.